Hello everyone. Today we'll be continuing writing an email tagger with AI. So in the last video we tried out web.lmarena.ai. That was purely to give us idea of how our application might look like. And today we want to focus on Visual Studio Code, and we would like to start creating some code here. So I'm using Insider's version of Visual Studio Code because it's a bit further when it comes to AI functionality than Visual Studio Code stable version. And this version has agent functionality, which can take some action whenever we try to generate some code. So I copied and pasted the prompt here. And let me try out with Claude 3.7 Sonnet Preview. And I have agent mode here. Let me zoom just a little bit more. So let's see. So GitHub Copilot tries to figure out individual steps that it needs to take to generate this application for us. And the step one is to generate project structure. Okay, so it asks me to run these commands in terminal. Okay, this failed, but it already tried to correct itself. Syntax error. Okay, third trial, it created backend. And now we created frontend. Okay, so we have clear division between these two. Nice. Okay, setting up backend, NestJS with TRPC, Prisma, and SQLite. Okay, skip Git. Okay, I would like to have Git, but we'll do that later. So it's installing, initializing an npm package. So hence we have package.json. Then it does npm install of nestjs/cli, and it creates new Nest project, skipping Git initialization, and the package manager for Nest is npm. That is right. A merge conflicted on path. Okay. Let's see if it can pick it up. Let's adjust our approach and set up the backend and frontend components step by step. Okay. So it's removing package.json now. Interesting. Okay, cannot be processed. So you can see it's pretty much trying to guess what needs to be done, which I'm not that happy about. It tries to recover from it. Okay, so we are installing NestJS Core, NestJS Common, Platform Express, Prisma, Prisma Client, TRPC Server, Zod. I did not specify what needs to be used as validation library, but I'm fine with Zod. And we also have TRPC Client. And that goes to backend. I'm not sure if TRPC Client needs to go to backend, but okay, let's continue. Now let's set up dependencies for TypeScript. Still backend. TypeScript TS node, types node. Yes, that we need that. Types express. Okay. Okay, and we are setuping Prisma. That's nice. That's what we want. Okay, next step, set database URL in .env file. Run Prisma DB pool to turn your database into schema. We actually have no database, so we will not do that. But we can do Prisma generate the Prisma client for us. But in the meantime, Prisma schema was updated for us, and we have email model, tag model and category model. Tag and category, I pretty much thought it would be the same thing. So, Copilot has been working on this problem for a while. It can continue to iterate, or you can send a new message to refine your prompt. That happened for the first time to me. Okay, let's give it a chance. Now it tries to create new folders. Okay, I will continue setuping. Okay. What I'm not really satisfied about is the fact that it did not learn from its previous mistakes. I think it's tried to use the positional flag here, and it didn't work. It was a while ago. And it did the same now. It tried to recover from it. And still, again, we have third trial, and I think this one will work eventually. Okay, so it now needs to create each directory separately. Okay, again, tried to create 3 directories, and now it needs to create them one by one. Okay, so we have also app module, main module for NestJS, and it imports some other modules. We have main.ts, which creates Nest server and enables cores. And we will be listening on port 3001. Okay, that's fine. So far, so good. Okay, we have some errors here, but this might get corrected later by the agent. So let's leave these files as they are. And if needed, we will try to fix them manually. Okay, so a lot is going on now. Let me close what we have here. We have tax module. Okay. Nice. Looks fine. Tax service and Prisma service. I think we will need those. Seems logical to me. And we have tax service created, which gets all tags using find many on tag entity, get by ID. Okay. Yeah, it will try to get individual tag by ID, get by name, tag create input. Prisma has no exported member. Tag create input. Okay. Let's ignore that for now. We have update, we have create. Okay. I kind of automatically clicked continue here. And we have AI module with AI service. So the next logical step would be to create AI service. And let's see if we will get that. Yeah, let's continue by implementing AI service that will communicate with Olama. Yes, that's what I wanted. Oh, so the model name here is Tiny Llama. So you can see it picked up different model than Perplexity. Okay, and we have prompt template, which looks really nice. We have some. We also request the model to return JSON for us, which is good. It it's much easier for us to parse JSON than to have unstructured response. We have Axios, and I guess we need to install it. So let's click continue and parse response to extract JSON. Okay, makes sense to me. We have some response from LLM and we try to parse it. So, and we also have some error handling if it did not return JSON. And we also have a method to pull Olama model. Interesting. So we can call Olama by posting an action to this endpoint to pull the model if we don't have it. And the model is tiny llama to recall what it is. And let's get back to prompt. Okay, so we have categories. If the email doesn't fit any categories, suggest a new category name, email from, email title, email content. Okay. And in the meantime, we have request failed. So remember that we are using VS Code Insiders, which is not the stable version. So things are expected to fail. But I think we got pretty far with what we have. So let me click done. And let's review what we have. So I would like to try if we are able to run backend because we have nothing created in the front end folder yet. So let me ask AI to do that for you. Can you run backend? Okay. So whenever we ask for something like that, it tries to analyze package.json. It's pretty much always the same thing. And that it goes to package.json, analyzes what scripts are there, which is fine, which is what we want. Okay. Turns out we were not having those scripts, so it added it for us. Okay. Okay. Absolutely. We need to check if database schema needs migration. So as I mentioned, we don't have database created. So I expect it to try to create database for us and run initial migration. That is taking very long. Okay. We need to make sure that database URL environment variable is set. So let's go to env. And we have database URL, which is dev.db in the root folder. That is fine. So let's try running generate. Okay, so native type text is not support for SQLite connector. Okay, so it suggested a fix for us, and I'm not sure why it tries to run database URL. Run. Okay, that's echo after. Okay, so it tries to put database URL in the env file. I don't want that, so let me cancel this. But looks like when you hit cancel, you actually cancel the whole agent mode, the whole flow. So let me give it another shot. Okay, npx Prisma generate. Environment variables loaded from .env. Yes. Prisma schema loaded from schema Prisma. Start by importing a Prisma client. Wants to react to database changes in your app as they happen. Discover how with polls. Okay, I don't know what it is. Looks like some kind of advertisement for me. So let's continue with the next step, which is npx Prisma migrate dev dash name init. So initial migration. Yes, your database is now in sync with your schema. And we have dev.db under Prisma folder, and we have this schema. So it looks like we could try running it, but without luck. TypeScript configuration file is missing. So we can see some downside of using AI agents compared to CLI creators. Creators that can use some configuration, initial configuration, and create the whole skeleton for us. If something is lacking, it tries to go step by step to add things. And compared to CLI tools for creating application skeletons, I think we would not have that problems, at least not that much. But on the other hand, the fun is to set up it ourselves. So the server should be now listening. That's not true. Since I started the server, you failed at starting the server. The terminal is now running in the background. Not really. So unfortunately, we don't have that nice experience as in Cursor IDE, and Cursor IDE would give us an option to add this to context. But we can do one of two things. We can copy and paste this to the chat, or I think we can use, there's an option terminal selection to add this to context, and let's see if simple fix command will do the trick for us. So tsconfig JSON was created? Yes. Okay. Cannot get slash error not found. Okay, at least we have the application running. In the next video, we'll try to get some emails from the DB. I hope we'll get an empty array of emails because we don't have anything yet. The next step would be to populate database with some test emails. See you in the next video.